but that's what I'm saying. As a viewer, okay, you were a player. But as a viewer, I love Steps of War.
Because it
was like
constant action.
Dude, SMR, both sides. It was the best.
Yeah.
I would have kept watching StarCraft forever if they didn't take that out of the rotation.
But every player was like, oh, we want longer, like control players. Or
yeah, but who cares about the players, right? Players are lame.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what I mean, in Hearthstone they say that. Who cares about the players? And they just make cards we don't like all the time.
Oh, come on. They made some great cards this expansion.
Oh.
Some of them are like obviously overtuned, like Glyph and stuff, but like, you know, like...
Bad.
Yeah, okay. On to the game. Really nice hand for Mitsu. He has the ooze already.
Oh, Ostkaka brought Pirate Warrior as his 5th deck too.
Yeah, this hand's
really
amazing.
good.
He has Wild Growth and Jade Blossom and the ooze.
Yeah.
And the ooze is only bad when they have the N'Zoth's first mate as their weapon, but he has actually a Fire War Axe. So it's a big weapon to ooze.
And they can even wait for the Arcanite Reaper if he wants to.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is like an optimal hand for both players, really.
So as Ostkaka, a lot of times here you coin Axe into the Bloodsail dude. Let's see if he ends up doing it. And you wouldn't attack because your patches next turn comes out, and maybe you'll just kill the 1/1 with your patches. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't attack. And if he gets Innervate, then he could kill a 2-charge weapon. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot of if.
It really screws up your curve to coin out the Axe here, but I think it's worth it because your opponent needs to have a Wrath on turn 2. Otherwise, you deal.
So he does
like
it. Let's
10
see if,
damage with your.
Let's see if he hits the 1/1.
No, he's gonna use patches.
Right? Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now if he got Innervate, oh, it didn't happen.
Oh,
if he has South Sea Captain, you can argue for him killing the 1/1.
Yo, you know what? After the Wild Growth, though, he still has no reason to swing with his weapon unless he's playing around the ooze. He doesn't know there's an ooze in the deck because Mitsu hasn't shown this druid yet, right?
Yeah, he never showed against me.
So he never showed this druid. He shouldn't be playing around ooze here most of the time, I think. But we'll see.
Ooh, second raider.
Okay, so...
Well, that solves his curve.
Oh, the thing is, it's awkward to ooze because you want to Wrath the 5/3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd rather Wrath here than ooze because you'll always get an opportunity to ooze later on when like the weapon is upgraded or it's Reaper.
But if he doesn't attack and it's a 2-charge weapon, it gets more and more... Because, your 3/3 contests the 5/3 too, so it gets kind of... tempting to ooze. It gets tempting to ooze. Let's see.
It does get tempting to ooze.
The fact that he's trading here makes Mitsu believe that it doesn't have
ooze a 2-charge weapon here.
Pirate War Leader.
Oh, we had a gray. Okay, so he does ooze and he has Jade Idol. This is an amazing Jade Druid hand.
It is, but he doesn't have anything besides after this Wrath, so he needs to hit like a big minion.
The Jade Blossom's already a 3/3, and then he has the Wrath he could draw with. So
yeah, that was the best top deck he could have got.
Yeah, he got the other Axe. That was crazy.
Cards.
Yeah, every card in the entire deck. Actually, 1 Axe left. Yeah. What was that? 1 out of 23.
Yo, both these guys are like drawing super well.
Yeah, they're drawing amazing actually.
Okay, so here you can Jade Blossom and just hero power, but it's a little slow, but you get a draw off the Fandral Wrath next turn.
I'm pretty sure you have to remove that 5 damage right now. You get a 3/3 Jade Golem, which contests.
So would you Wrath hero power over this Jade Blossom?
No. I would Jade Blossom Wrath here any day, because then you can hero power Fandral because he's gonna use his Axe on the 3/3 and trade the 3/3 into the 2/2. So you get a.
I feel like you could do a lot of these lines though, because look, you're taking the 3, right? So you only take 2 extra damage, and you get to save the Wrath for a draw, and you do the with Fandral next turn. You take more damage.
You take 5 extra damage, right, from the Bloodsail course.
Yeah, you take 5.
Yeah, but you're taking the Bloodsail course for damage anyway.
No, not if you Wrath right now.
If you Wrath it now, that's what Forson's arguing.
Oh, I thought Forson's saying Wrath the 5/3.
Yeah, 5/3.
Yeah.
Oh, so he didn't Wrath. Haha. Look at. What's up? You mad, bro? I like this play.
Yeah.
You Wrath the 5/3, and then you take the damage from the Corsair anyway. What are you saying? If you're Jade Blossoming, because you're not hero powering.
No, you don't take the damage from the 3/3 because he trades his 3/3 into your 2/2. To play around other removal. Probably.
Why? That doesn't play around swipe or anything. You have a 1 health minion left. It doesn't really play around stuff.
Yeah. I think it's okay to take the damage because he was at 26 or something, 28. So it feels like if he draws a taunt, he's still able to stay.
But I mean, right now he's contesting the Fandral, right, with only the minion, not knowing that there's an Arcanite Reaper in the deck, of course.
No, but we also didn't know he'd drop another big thing. He thought he might Wrath this 5/3, but it ended up being there's a 5/4, right? There's a lot of stuff to think about.
I mean, you can kind of deduce that he dropped a big thing because he like kept playing War Axe off the top and like comboed a bunch of stuff, and his cards he's been holding for a while.
Okay. So you guys think he made a mistake going with what I said, and you should have gone with what you said?
I think it's close.
Okay.
It's close.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah,
That's what's interesting.
Yeah.
Because you could actually do either one, and different people would do either one.
And you know what the fun thing is? That one of the decisions would probably lead him to victory, and the one to defeat.
Yeah,
And it's
true.
like really close.
It's true.
Right? So we'll see.
Well, looking like it's closer to defeat right now.
It looks like it's closer to defeat either way from this line. With this draw.
Well, what's interesting too is that he got the draw off the Fandral. If he didn't, he'd be drawing this Nourish right now. Ooh, okay.
I think the really crazy thing it was the Fiery War Axe draw, 1 out of 23. So then he wasn't actually punished so much by the ooze. You know.
Yeah.
That was fucking.
Because it could also play the.
Please, Rick, we're trying to be professional around here.
That was huge there because not only does that Fiery War Axe draw enable the Dread Corsair to be used for a low mana cost, it also removes the 3/3 minion, the ooze, which was currently contesting the 5/3 minion on the board.
And also,
can you do that again? Can you do that again, but with a British accent?
No, I can't do that.
We were practicing British accents today, right?
We were, but we're both terrible.
Yeah, Aussie accent.
Honestly,
you recommend?
honestly, all these players are such rubbish. I can't believe they even queue. Like,
that sounds like some angry league streamer.
Like, what was his name? Like Falcone or something? It was, one of those British cats for HGG. Spot on.
What? Okay, so
For HGG,
Yeah, there's.
they said the people were rubbish.
No. I'm saying the accent.
he's 1 damage off here because he doesn't have a pirate to upgrade the weapon, but he can do heroic strike for 9 + 4, 13, and the other guy has 14. Mitsu has 14.
Yeah, I actually like just going ham here because
You just go ham.
You have a silence for any possible taunt, and if he has some armor upgrade, you can't taunt, and then you get 7 minion damage.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so he takes him to 1.
yeah.
I don't see a way out of this because the Spellbreaker in the hand.
Yog right now.
Oh, Yogg.
Yeah.
Yep. If he runs it. That's not a Yogg.
He could draw into
I used both
Wrath.
Fel Rages.
Oh, he used both?
Yeah. He
What
used one to attack and one to defend.
Well, that looks very grim. Innervate, Jade Spirit, it's a 4/4.
Oh, he actually had Yogg in his deck.
I
That would have
do.
been fun.
It's important to
5.
conceal that information.
5.
So yeah, I'd concede here. Boom.
Is it important to conceal that information in the finals?
Sure, why not?
Got him.
Good man.
Oh.
Yeah. It was actually like we were doing the memory game yesterday with the numbers. Like you give me 9 numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Forward and
Repeat them
backward.
backwards.
Yeah. It was actually sick. It was sick. Rightfully sick in that shit.
So, Freeze Mage versus Pirate Warrior, how does that usually go from your experiences?
I think Pirate Warrior is slightly favored.
I guess it depends on the Pirate Warrior build. The silence is really good because you can silence your own stuff when they get frozen. You can even drop it on Acolyte and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like if Pirate Warrior gets an explosive start, it's very hard for Freeze Mage to deal with it.
I mean, I would say that Pirate Warrior is favored either way, but if they have silence, it's even more favored.
What's the best mage? What's the best mage draw next turn? Is it Doomsayer or is Arcanologist already the best too?
Arcanologist, it depends on the start. If he has a War Axe, then Doomsayer is kind of bad, if you play it preemptively.
Right, and then he has a turn to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arcanologist is your highest win rate overall.
Yeah.
Card on 2.
Arcanologist
It just curves you out really good. Having the Secret turn 3 and then Medivh plus Frostbolt or Ping on turn 4.
Yeah. Arcanologist here into Secret, into Medivh, Ping.
Did he keep
Pretty
Alex
nice.
Strasza in this match?
No.
No, he mulliganed into it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
he didn't ping.
Ice
He
block?
played Arcanologist.
Of course. No, when watching it's so obvious. I don't know how I ever did that. Anyway, he's happy he drew Ice Block and not Barrier because that'll still be up to activate the Medivh Valet on 4. So that's a big deal.
It is. Indeed.
Assuming he plays it, he could also, get something else and play that instead.
Generally, you want Barrier first because if they get you to 1, there's a lot of things they can do to get through the Ice Barrier. But when you have a Medivh Valet, you always want the
This
Ice
is
Block.
really nice for him. Oh, he would have got an Ice Block anyway, turns out. But yeah, Ice Block into Valet Ping. Oh, but he's going to have a Frothing down?
So he can Frostbolt.
So Frostbolting that turn would
Frost.
neglect 4 damage, which is kind of huge, but
I don't like it. I like the ice block.
it is mana inefficient.
It's mana inefficient and it doesn't activate your guy to do more removal. I think.
Yeah, and turn 4 would have been really
You
awesome.
Medivh Valet the 3/3. You Frostbolt the Frothing.
Yeah.
And then an Ooze was a nice. He has Ooze in his deck, so I would say that from here he's favored. Yeah.
Are you sure it's Freeze Mage at this
It
point?
might, yeah, it might be Medivh actually.
Yeah.
Might be. We're about to find out. So silence doesn't really work on the Frothing, but
yeah.
it does work on Nagas and Hydras if you run them in the.
To get them out of freeze.
Yeah.
Man, that was really cool when you like silenced your own
Naga.
Meteortide.
Alcin.
Yeah, but then it was just like you couldn't withstand
Yeah,
the pressure.
Vanish too strong when you don't have a weapon.
Yeah.
Vanish is just like so good versus Pyro Warrior.
And it's so bad if you did have a weapon because you could like replay Dread Corsair.
Yeah, and upgrade my
Cultist.
stuff.
Yeah. So his hands, the Power Warrior hand is very awkward here, Ostkaka's. He can't drop the Frothing and remove the minion because he can't do Frothing Heroic Strike since he has 4 mana.
Yeah.
Spellbreaker's no good. I don't know what you do.
You might just want to throw a Mortal Strike onto the 2/3.
You might, but yeah, it's a very awkward.
Because it would still force a ping next turn from the mage, and that's 2 mana. But he just goes for the Frothing here.
I don't mind that either, but nothing felt good.
Nothing felt good, indeed.
I think you just fireball the 2/4 Frothing and kill the 4/1 Frothing with your minion, probably. Feels pretty good from there.
So how many outs out of the glyph here actually does something towards the other Frothing? You can pick a 3 mana spell
The thing
and be
is,
fine with the ping included, right?
yeah. I mean, you could get Kona Cold is pretty good here. It would
You
plus
could
2.
you could get Arcane Explosion actually, and it would also clear everything.
Yeah, Arcane Explosion would clear everything.
Volcanic Potion would be fine too.
Yeah, it costs 1. Yep.
Yeah.
That's only 2, and then no, there's Kona Cold, so 3. Each one is approximately 10% because there are 30 mage spells or so.
There's so many mage
So
spells.
it's approximately 10% to get any specific thing. So if you have 3 different ones, then you have approximately 30%. Good way to think about it.
But he
not
doesn't go
exact,
for the
but-
fireball. He doesn't want to gamba today.
Yeah, I think no gamble when you're this far ahead with an Ooze in your hand is a good idea.
And the Alex Rasa.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. Wow, really awkward hand for Ostkaka. So, I mean, you dropped on his off first mate, and then question mark, question mark, question mark.
Maybe Heroic Strike.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind going for Heroic Strikes here, like double even.
So that's
The
what,
silence feels
8,
so
9.
bad when he hasn't used a single freeze, right?
That's not bad. He puts 10 damage out this turn. That's a lot. But
It's a Blizzard turn, so it's like, but maybe he doesn't care that
Ooh,
much.
Interesting.
Maybe he feels like he's so behind that he has to do this. Yeah. By the way, it's looking fairly good for the mage right now.
Yeah.
Depending on the primal
this glyph.
glyph here.
Yeah, it's hard to get a really bad one here because now you have more options. Blizzard would. I can't see.
Oh, that's not.
Arcane Intellect.
Yep.
Arcane Text is best.
Yeah. It has to be.
And you can actually get the other valet to shoot this 4/3, or you can get the other frostball. There's the valet.
Oh,
Called it.
wow.
Called it.
There we go.
Very nice.
And that is usually a win from here. But if he didn't get that, you know, he could have lost it.
Oh.
I think it's usually a win from here because if you think about it, the block's not even getting popped, and then you still have the other block, and you have Alexstrasza on yourself if you need. So he's definitely living till Alexstrasza.
Well, he's got that Arcanite Reaver is the difference of setting his opponent and popping the ice block because he can do 7 this turn.
Yeah, but then the Ooze is coming down, getting 5 armor and gaining 5 damage, which is a 10 damage swing. It's like a Holy Fire, that Ooze.
For 3 mana.
Yeah.
Pays a 3/3 on the board too.
A Holy Fire against an aggro deck for 3 mana and a body. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's everything you want.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Huh. Oh, so he's not immediately playing it too, so he's thinking about maybe something else, but
I mean, he knows the list by now, right? He's seen
Yeah.
the mage list. He knows there's an Ooze there, but I don't know. There's nothing else he can do, right? He can't play any minions. He can't really play around it. He has to just go for it and hope he doesn't have the Ooze. But the Ooze is there.
Yep.
What else do you play though?
You just ping.
You ping. Yeah.
yeah, the longer you wait, the more likely he's able to draw into that ooze eventually.
Yeah. This is why I don't like Mortal Strike in Pyro Warrior because it's only good versus terrible people, pretty much. people who put you down under 13.
Yeah, that's,
A lot of people. A lot of people have got this card from Fire Warrior.
It's actually good here because he's gonna lose the board, and now he's got direct damage. So like if Leroy goes to the face, the rest of the damage should be able to pop the ice block. He just
Oh
needs a
yeah,
little
sure.
bit more.
But imagine that was like a Captain Greenskin or a Naga or something that could have dealt at least that amount of damage and
Right.
wasted a removal. You know.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
completely terrible in this matchup per se, but I mean it's terrible in general because
It's
people
interesting.
play around it so much.
If it was a green skin, and he wouldn't have put on the Reaper, and he would have upgraded his 1 damage weapon. That weapon gets oozed, then he puts on the Reaper, and then it's a completely different situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
So you have the green skin.
you do.
Yeah, you have it specifically.
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I really like that you said per se, and you still have the mustache. What happened to your mustache, Reckful? Per se.
Well, it was getting a bit difficult to drink my Apfelschorle.
It's called Apfelschorle.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, he just picked it up, read it, and said the same thing.
But in a German accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on, Apfelschorle.
Apfelschorle.
Apfelschorle break.
Yeah. It triggers me to drink that.
Is that actual apple?
It's apple juice, carbonated apple juice.
Why
Yeah.
Why are Germans
It-
carbonating everything?
I don't know. I just like, I love apple juice, but drinking carbonated apple, I love carbonated water. I love apple juice, but I can't mix the two because
It
it's
just
like,
sounds wrong.
I don't like carbonated water. It doesn't quench my thirst. I don't understand it.
oh, for most people it actually quenches thirst because.
Well, maybe it technically does, but I just don't feel that feeling, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like really thirsty. Let me drink this carbonated water.
You can actually, yeah. I don't know. You can get addicted to carbonated water
I-
very easily.
Yeah,
I think it's really
I got
ri-
addicted too.
Hardly anyone in the U.S. drinks it. I think.
It's dope.
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing. But it is in a lot of places in
All
Europe.
right. So this Alex pretty much. I mean, it's Alex that locks up the game.
Yeah, and he also has lethal the next turn with Pyroblast. So
Yeah.
looks like this one's wrapped up. But we knew that this was kind of really hard for Ostkaka the moment that ooze went down, and Kaka won't even bother to see the next turn. Knows that it is donezo.
All right. So we're at 1-1 now.
Polymorph and file events, portal.
Yeah.
What an opening hand.
I mean,
yeah.
Worm Archaeologist.
The ooze is not that common in freeze mage. I mean, I guess it could be a tech card, but
Yeah.
if I see an ooze, I'm most likely to believe that it's
Yeah,
melee
yeah,
mage.
yeah.
No, his paladin wasn't banned.
Oh, his paladin wasn't banned.
Shaman was banned.
Wait, so he thinks that his paladin is not favored versus Pirate Warrior?
Unless he's saving his paladin for some other
Is
matchup.
isn't it Murloc Paladin?
Yeah, it is aggro paladin.
Murloc Paladin
no, oh.
sucks against Pirate Warrior. I
Wait,
thought.
what?
I don't know that matchup. I don't play.
I'm pretty sure
I don't
it
play those
does.
decks.
I know that the mid-range one is not the best versus aggro Pirate
Okay.
Warrior.
I think
But-
it's like one of its worst matchups, I think.
The early, wait, what? Really?
Yeah. I can check the data if you want.
Then why did I ban it?
Wait a second.
Wait, I missed Kabas.
wait.
Oh,
You banned the wrong thing. Who told you? I don't know those matchups, so I can't tell you.
No one told me. I
Oh,
was
well.
late to the party and I had to rush ban something. But I was pretty sure that
Wait, if you banned the right thing, what would have happened?
what would I have done instead of Murloc Paladin? Wait, are you saying actually the aggro Murloc Paladin loses against Pirate Warrior?
Pretty sure it does.
Let
me check. What if
Because I thought that.
just change the penguin to a face
no.
of Wreckfully?
Oh no, this is bad. This
Oh no, that's
Or
gonna
Varsity,
haunt your
excuse me.
dreams,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so the Bright-Eyed Scout did not high roll and get a minion here. He just got a swipe, but it's okay.
Because I remember playing aggro Paladin, and I was actually shitting on the Pirate Warriors, but maybe I was just lucky.
Maybe you were. I haven't played either side of that many times. Fortnite, I'll tell you. So back to this.
Big Druid, huh?
The Big Druid is very favored against all mages because you have bigger stuff, and then your Earthen Scales stops their plan of just shooting your face.
Yeah.
So there is that, but you can actually get ahead. If you get ahead on board as the mage, just for a little bit, and you're starting to have good removal, he has a meteor and a polymorph. So you have a meteor for one of the big minions, and then a polymorph for one of the big minions, and you're smacking them in the face. Especially if you have the Medivh weapon on, you can win. It's not completely one-sided. What I like about Medivh Mage is you can actually sometimes beat everything. You know, it's possible.
If they never draw Terror Scale, you're very likely to win, right?
Oh,
The Earth Skill is the big card that gives them
You
a lot
mean
of
the
armor.
Earthen Skill, he already has one in his hand, but
Yeah, Earthen
I'm
Skill,
saying by
yeah.
actually winning on board. You know, remember we were practicing and I played Medivh Mage into your Jade Druid, which
Yeah.
you should win, but if I got ahead on board, remember
Yeah,
I got the Medivh, and then you drop something on Meteor, you drop
Yeah,
something.
but do you run double Feral Rage in the Big Druid?
I don't run any Feral Rage in the Big Druid, but because you get so much armor for the Earthen Skill, though, you always get like
So
11.
what
So,
actual
yeah.
healing do you have? Just the Earthen Scales?
Yeah, but you do it on a 10-10 minimum.
Moonglade Portal.
Yeah.
Oh, Moonglade Portal twice.
Moonlight Portal, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's hard as well. Yeah, okay, I get it. Because all the other big things you can just freeze, right?
Yeah.
You can just freeze them. You have 2 Frost Novas, you have 2 Blizzards, you have glyphs for more freezing
Okay,
effects.
so he went for the Tempo Karen here into the Doomsayer. Given his high hand, I agree.
Yeah, he had no ramp, so
The freeze only matters though if you can set up like follow up burn, because then they're just gonna hit you for 20 next.
Well,
turn.
yeah,
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
they're countering a Pyroblast with a 1 mana card, it feels pretty bad. You know, you pyro their face, and they probably have 1 mana card on your charge, and it gives them even 1 extra armor. Yeah.
By the way, I mean Mitsuhide did have that opening hand you're talking about, like where he had like Manowar Archaeologist and he can like develop, but Ostkaka still survived.
No, you usually survive. What you need, actually, as the mage, is he needed a Doomsayer that goes off into a Medivh, and that's when you win. Because then, think about it from the Druid's perspective, he can't actually even remove your Medivh most of the time. He drops some stuff, and then you Meteor, and then you get a 6-drop, and you have the 7/7, smack him in the face. He drops another thing, Mitsu runs Polymorph, you Polymorph, and then you smack him in the face, then you win, right?
So you'd keep Medivh in your opening hand then, if you had the chance?
Oh, you keep Medivh in your opening hand, always. It's the only real way you win, yeah. In this matchup. And that's, hey, I played this deck a lot, so I feel like I could say that with confidence. That's cool, right?
For sure. I wanted your expert opinion on that.
Hey, expert opinion.
Yeah.
I have an expert opinion on one deck. What's up? I should have brought Medivh Mage. People who play tournaments were telling me, don't bring Medivh Mage just because you're good at it. Freeze Mage is better in your lineup. But I played Medivh Mage so much, that maybe I should have brought it.
Oh, you brought,
I brought Freeze Mage.
But when you lost, they banned Mage, right? Didn't ban the Mage?
No, he won.
The
he won with Freeze Mage, I remember.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
went both ways.
when you lost,
The only person I lost to was Ostkaka, right?
yeah.
But one time he banned Mage, one time he didn't.
Wait, you must have lost to 2 people.
Ostkaka twice.
Oh, yeah.
2-3 one time.
Wow. Okay.
And then the other time, 0-3. He 3-0'd
Oh
me
yeah,
with Big Druid.
I remember.
Yeah. It is Big
So
Druid.
you actually lost him 3 times.
I lost to him. Oh, the individual games?
You lost to him.
I lost to him
twice
with Big
in
Druid
groups,
Meter too.
And you lost the Big Druid show match.
I lost to him so many times.
He's your demon.
Dang.
You know, Ostkaka, when he won the World Championship, for the EU qualifiers, he had to beat his teammate Hoy twice to do it. So maybe he beats Freckful twice in the first, and then ends up winning SeatStory.
I sacrificed
Yeah,
myself.
you were the ritual.
Oh, so basically, it's the guy you lost to against the guy I lost to right now.
Yeah.
And if my guy wins, that means I'm the better player.
Oh,
I
wait,
like
that's
where this is
true.
going.
I like that.
Yeah.
Should we bet on it? Wait, is that legal? Well, let's bet. Not money, not money. We're gonna bet.
Production,
Like,
can you mute our mics for about 5 seconds?
wait, we'll bet.
Sips of apple juice.
Wait, that's pretty fun. Oh, maybe I should have brought Medivh Mage.
I think it would have been fine.
I have played against all these players on ladder with Medivh Mage many, many times, and I thinking from a ladder perspective for a tournament isn't necessarily right, but I was obviously doing pretty well.
I think there's a lot of credit to
season.
playing decks you're good at and comfortable with. Sometimes people overrate like how good lineups are because people kind of mess up with them all the time. So
Yeah.
gotta have faith in yourself sometimes.
Well, my original plan was bring Big Druid, bring Medivh Mage,
Yeah.
whatever. But then this guy, this Swedish guy, kept beating me, and it was annoying because he hadn't even touched the game in months, and he just logged in. He logged in. He's like, "Yo, let's practice, bro." And he beats. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I got rank 1 legend with this deck." And then he's like, "Okay." And then and I didn't really say that, but and then he beats me over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm just like, "Oh, I guess I need to change my lineup." It's just.
Oh, that Forsen voice is perfect.
So he has 2 Pyroblasts here. He has actually...
Ignoring it.
No, I'm trying to be professional here. It's a bad time when I have to be the professional one.
Oh, man.
So, he has 30 damage over the course of 3 turns. Actually, 31 damage. So he could actually go face with everything, and the only thing that actually counters him is Earth and Scale.
You know what?
And Moonglade Portal.
You know what's nice right now? Ostkaka has an Earthen Scale, but doesn't have a minion with more than 5. So we can say, let's say he doesn't draw one. You can get like Emerald Drake from this or something. Let's say he doesn't draw one, he can only gain 6 armor.
Yeah.
So we can count him as being at 27 right now, and then maybe some hero powers. Let's say 28. Okay? So we get a Pyro Blast coming to face right now. Oh my god, it could actually be a BlizzCon situation because you can Pyroblast Frostbolt next turn.
Yeah.
No! Why is it like this?
I'm pretty sure you coined the Pyroblast here. Actually, do you have to use the coin?
You might want to might need to save the coin if you need to do an ice block play because you might realistically get popped too.
Okay.
Coin Pyro sets up lethal though.
Yeah, it does set up lethal.
Oh, you know what he got? He got Nightmare. You can Nightmare Earthen Scales, and you get more armor.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes are. That's crazy.
I played Big Druid a lot, so
410.
Yeah.
Is that also a pop? If
That is a pop.
Yeah.
Oh, Moonglade.
With
Oh my
Shut it
God.
down. Shut it down.
Okay, so that's
Okay, let's imagine you just had a Nightmare though. That's
He would pop
5 more,
Yeah, he would pop ice block.
and that's 11 armor. It goes up to 22. That's a Pyroblast plus ping is 11, and he has 10 damage. It wouldn't actually be able to kill him even without the Moonglade Portal.
Right. But
So
yeah.
but
The Nightmare was big.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Nightmare is the best one he could have gotten. It's kind of like versus you, right? He got the 1 card. that
Ysera
killed your
Awakens.
Yeah.
Ysera Awakens versus 6/5/5.
Damn. Okay. Ostkaka is really good with this Ysera.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, he's playing on his own account. It says Ostkaka.
Oh.
That account's lucky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a BlizzCon winning account.
Yeah. I was doing great until today when you said, I didn't even realize it, but today, out of all the days, it actually showed my account name
Yeah,
for the first time.
yeah.
And Blizzard went in there. Hey, we don't want this guy representing us, man.
Oh my God. Wait. Okay, that was a huge swing. That Ostkaka picked up the Nightmare there completely changed the game because just to recap for the viewers, because Mitsu would have not gotten popped on blocks. So he has another turn to shoot him, and Ostkaka would have gained 5 less armor. That's another whole turn and 5 armor difference. And now he picked up Moonglade Portal last turn. So then,
Right.
yeah, he would have Mitsu would have won unless both of those were picked up, right?
Yeah.
But then Ostkaka had another turn to draw a Nightmare maybe from Ysera.
Oh,
so,
for sure. Oh,
yeah,
true.
yeah.
No, yeah, he'd go Moonglade first.
Right.
He'd go Moonglade first. So that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder though. How does he have any outs at all? No, there's no way.
I don't think
No,
so.
no.
There was no. Was there another glyph in the deck? I don't think so. No.
Okay, now he did go with Paladin. Maybe his quest rope doesn't have Hungry Crab then. And the only so I've played this matchup at least, so I can talk about it a little bit. The only way the big druid wins is you get a really big thing. You get big stuff off of the Bright-Eyed Scout or a big Barnes. That's it. There's no. Okay, so he didn't even keep Bright-Eyed Scout, so he's going for the removal plan.
And ramp, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't go for the RNG plan. I think the RNG plan might be your best bet, but maybe he thinks otherwise. We'll see.
It's really painful when you don't get a 1-drop with this Murloc deck because they have so much synergy on each other.
That's very true.
And
Yeah, so next turn he's dropping like a 2/3 that didn't buff something.
he might even drop the 2/1 and hope that he wild growths or something, and then get a buff on that.
Yeah. Now that the Murloc Paladin didn't get a 1-drop, it's looking okay for Ostkaka, huh?
Yeah. This is
How quickly the tide can turn. On turn 1.
yeah. Some games are decided by not actually having the 1-drop in the synergy decks. So
I like the Rock Pool Hunter here over the Blue Gill because if your opponent didn't have Wild Growth, you just gave him a target to hit with your
Yeah.
power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but not having wild growth and because he knows
You know-
he knows for a fact that he kept 1 card right. So
Yes.
it's either wild growth or it's wrath because he knows it's aggro. It might be an innervate too actually, but this should be a
The
removal.
Kings is going to be a good card in this matchup.
Yeah,
It's hard to remove anything with Kings.
it's kind of triggering for me that Mitsu doesn't have any. He will never get any synergy with those rock pool.
Yeah, just drawing a
Dudes.
1-drop all of a sudden he'd have something
Yeah.
hitting for repetitive damage.
It would be like
compared to
an
nothing.
insane.
It snowballs so hard.
Yeah,
So let's say he had the 1-3, it would now be a 2-4. 2-4 hits him. He's at 28,
yeah,
and we could just pretend all game that minion's there and see the difference.
yeah. It would be like a power blast at least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a 2-4 on the board. Everybody pretend at home. Okay, he's at 28. 2-4 on the board. Ooh!
Oh, well, that's a good draw.
That's a good draw.
What he needed.
Okay, we don't have to pretend anymore. We'll just
No.
be like, okay, he got a good draw now.
We'll see it in action, and then we'll add a couple of damage.
Now, that is a 3-3 that grows.
That grows.
It gets bigger.
It gets bigger.
When you pull on. Okay, so wow. There's a decision. If you drop the Tar Creeper, you kind of know it's not going to do anything because they'll just, if they can't one-shot it, they just won't attack.
But it's really mana efficient at the same time. He has to assume there's gonna be Megasaur.
Okay, so would you Megasaur or Slam Kings here? It's actually kind of Megasaur every time.
No, I would Kings here.
But
I would Kings
Megasaur.
Wait, we have to
3.
think of the bad outcomes with Megasaur. Okay, if you get the 3 attack, you use the 2-3 kill,
Yeah.
right?
Poisonous.
If you get
really
poison,
good.
it works.
Yeah.
If you get
Divine Shield,
Divine
you
Shield.
have to trade both, but they both survive. But I would still Kings here because you only have 2 Murlocs and you want more value versus Big Druid because they don't have a lot of removals, so you
Yeah.
get to actually build up a board before you slam that minion.
But you
And-
are building a board by doing Gentle Megasaur. You add a 5-4, which is over the 4-4, and then you get plus stats generally.
Oh yeah, but
yeah, the Megasaur, if you got the good options, was better, but he went with the safe line, right?
Yeah.
Basically. Now I think Hydrologist, Bluegill, and the Secret is nice. You use all 5 mana, and you're guaranteed. If you get like Redemption or something.
what is
okay.
the optimal secret here?
I think Redemption.
I think maybe Repentance. I don't know. It's hard to
Redemption's
say.
nice because you're more guaranteed to have Murlocs next turn to Megasaur.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah.
true.
And but Getaway Kodo also works.
But-
Okay, he goes with Redemption. Now he's gonna push 7 here.
But isn't Get
Whoa, he almost missed. Okay.
Isn't Get Down better than Redemption? Because both kind of forces a hero power, right? But if you don't hero power, you get way more punished by Get Down because the big dudes slam into 2-1. And you can't use
you're
like,
talking about after you have a big dude down.
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't an option though, but.
He was just saying what was the best secret in general.
Yeah,
that
the
you
best
could
secret in general though, I think you're playing around spell removal, even though spell removal already happens.
He used Wrath and Swipe already. So.
Yeah, but he still has one of each. No, I mean you're just worrying about the very next turn. You're not thinking farther ahead.
Right, because you want Megasaur.
Because you just
Yeah.
want Megasaur, right? So you're
Yeah.
only thinking one turn. Yeah. Oh, you know the big difference though, if he did have that 1-3 we were talking about earlier that would have turned into a 2-4, he would have the Murloc hero power here for Murloc hero power and Megasaur. Yeah. That'd be nice.
Assuming
And still hitting with that.
honestly,
And he's still hitting with that 2-4, that guy's dead, right?
the druid is dead. He's out of the game. He's playing the next game already.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just having fun, right?
Jeez, look at how expensive those.
Okay, this Megasaur feels so good.
Yeah.
Unless he's offered like the worst one.
Here we go.
I think
Plus
every
damage.
option.
Plus
every
damage.
option. I can't see the left one.
Plus
Okay, so that's
Oh.
plus 9. I don't know how much is on the board. I think there's
10
9 on the board, so it's
or 9.
18.
18 damage.
2 off, but you just
Yeah.
that's some work, right?
You do run, I think, 1 Consecrate and 1 True Silver in the aggro one. Right?
You know, when you're in a tournament, it's hard to take the smork decision. You're always like, what if I get punished for smorking and I didn't take health, you know?
Yeah,
but-
but he just saw 1 swipe.
SM work feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe he's worried about the ramp to 8 mana for the what's it called, the Primordial Drake, and his opponent, his board is entirely 2 health right now or less, except for the Megasaur.
Honestly, I can see the +1/+1 being taken just so he can kill off the 3/3 and keep his 5/2 alive.
Yeah.
That snowballs.
Yeah, if Ostkaka had Primordial,
Yeah.
then he's playing around that. It makes sense. It's really good.
Yeah.
This is the way to go. Ostkaka doesn't have Primordial because we're the commentators, but
There you go,
this is for
Fortune.
sure
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Now, let's see.
Yeah, let's scoop it.
That's so wild growth on turn 8. When you have a 9, a 10, and a 10,
Yeah.
and a 10.
He has 39 mana to
Played Hearthstone. Now works for Hearthstone.
Wait, bring Freeze Mage where?
To BlizzCon.
To BlizzCon.
Oh.
He made Freeze Mage without ever playing the game. Pretty smart guy, huh?
He made Freeze
Yeah,
Mage.
real-
He had
real
not
good
played the
homie.
game. He had only looked at the cards and
Wait.
he made free speech.
Wait, was
What a
this
G.
was BlizzCon before the very first ladder season of
yeah,
Hearthstone?
it was beta.
It wasn't before the first ladder season.
No.
but
That
the
was
la-
back
the
when
la-
they had like Masters rank.
The ladder was called Masters and
Yeah,
Grandmaster.
yeah.
Oh yeah, but before the legendary.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
Right,
yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was in.
Yeah. So it was actually the
November.
other way around.
Yeah.
Before you had pubes, Forsen.
But I was actually playing it before BlizzCon.
I played it like the day it came out. I streamed. That's when I was cool.
Oh.
I don't know if you
That was
remember.
when Blizzard invited you to stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. They really
Oh.
liked me at that time. That was weird.
At
That
that
was
time.
before I got banned in WoW. That was before I got banned from commentating Hearthstone. You know, those were the days. I actually, the first day I ever played Hearthstone was the most viewers I ever had until Pokemon Go. I had like
Yeah.
27,000 or something.
Those Pokemon Go. That was like a year ago, man. I can't believe so much time has passed since then. Pokemon Go was awesome.
You know, Pokemon Go, because of Pokemon Go, IRL streaming started. I think if
Like,
Pokemon Go,
that's how it took off.
if
Yeah.
Pokemon Go never happened, I would have never stepped outside IRL stream. I don't think
Was
Ice Poseidon would have
was,
ever stepped
was
outside IRL stream.
social
Oh, boy.
streaming, social eating before Pokemon Go or after? I cannot remember.
It's definitely like
Social eating was
is,
first.
It's really big in
Yeah.
Asia, like super big. I think they call it like mukbang.
Yeah,
or
social
something.
eating was first, but
I
we weren't social eating IRL. People were social eating at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
but- yeah. With I guess IRL are just full screen webcams.
Yeah, yeah,
Really.
that's also true.
Yeah.
But real IRL, you know.
Yeah.
What if going to Japan
what if,
tomorrow?
What if my life is just being at home? Isn't that my real life though?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That was deep.
It's
that
it's
kind of
sad,
feels
man.
bad, man. Actually.
Real life kind of sucks sometimes.
Except I'm going to Tokyo tomorrow. I'm trying to peer pressure force it into going with me. I already bought my ticket.
That's like
Yeah.
paying to win in IRL streaming, man. You're like flying to Tokyo.
That's
On-
cool, huh?
On like a day's notice, you're Redfall so pay to win, man.
Oh
Pay to
man.
win.
People called me pay to win in Pokemon Go, but everyone bought the lucky eggs.
Yeah, of
That was
course.
annoying.
Don't let anyone tell you you're pay to win. Everyone
I-
did it. Everyone did it.
Yeah. I was like one of the highest level people in Pokemon Go at the beginning. It was nice.
It's
Like I had the first big Dragonite.
they released like a big patch now or something like that. So
A big patch.
I can't get into it
yeah,
again.
it's too hard. It's too hard.
There was no end game, man.
So this is pretty straightforward. It seems like Ostkaka loaded up the board. Mitsuhide tried to get Murloc's energy, but he has Devolve, which makes it just like the bad matchup. Anytime, even if you do land like the big Megasaur or even the Finn,
Yeah,
like Devolve,
they've always
wrecks
super
it.
good, and Maelstrom after that is really good as well. But Finja is even better than anything in this matchup. You'll always get a target to kill,
Mhm.
almost always.
And if he lands a 3 health minion, he gets a very clean mana tide.
Mm.
You know what's weird? When I look at the spectator client and the cards are green, I feel more like I'm playing and making a decision than when I look at the this
Yeah,
stream.
someone did like a study in Hearthstone, and it kind of came up that the viewers are always biased for the bottom player. They always kind of like indirectly cheer for them.
Oh, it makes sense.
So if you're like ever playing a tournament, you kind of want to always be the bottom player.
Oh,
Huh.
being the bottom is better, huh?
Yeah,
Being in.
Wow, Forsen.
I guess you fucked up last night.
That was a nice laugh, Rodan. That was a cute laugh. Okay, so that devolve is brutal. That devolve's brutal. But at least he got a 2/6 taunt, I guess.
Yeah, that means his Manta is not directly challenged.
Yeah, but that's a really good one to get. It's one of those cards that has way higher value than the cost, because it's class specific and it's just like it's so much value.
No, you
into
know
one
what you want to
card.
get there though. You want to get the Pavel, the 4-mana 7/7.
4 mana 7/7.
He got it yesterday.
What?
Oh, off the evolve.
There's
Yeah.
no 4 mana 7/7.
No, it's still there.
What are you talking about?
The Shaman one. It's not phased out yet. It's just Tunnel Trog and
Oh,
Tunnel Trog and Totem Golem are phased out, which made it so OP, right?
Oh yeah.
It was Whispers of
Oh
the
my bad. It's actually still in the expansion. Oh yeah,
Mm.
you're right.
It's crazy, right? Evolve Shaman doesn't play it, but that's because they don't want to evolve it.
Yeah, you're right.
No, also when you lost the Tunnel Trog, when you lost the aggressive opener, then
Right,
it becomes
right.
much worse.
Yeah. Turns out those cards are much stronger than the 7/7.
Yeah.
Someone asked me one time, would you play Family Faces if it was a 6/6? And I said, no.
But wait, when it first came out, Big Game Hunter was still in the game, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but
it still is in the game.
big
Okay,
Hunter
in
is
the
5/5.
game. I mean, when it was
Or
3
5
mana.
mana.
Okay,
Wait, is-
nitpickers.
Wait, wow, they really increased it from 3 to 5 mana.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. That's not even like not even 30% mana increase. That's way more.
Yeah.
60% mana.
66.
66. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like for
no, but think about Buzzard. Buzzard was a 250% mana increase. Went from
oh
2
yeah.
to 5.
Oh yeah, that was insane actually. Huh. Wait, what?
150.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Rekful?
250 multiplied.
Yeah.
150 additive. It's both right, but you know.
A little bit of a rough Megazord,
Yeah.
but we know Devolve would have all done would have wrecked it.
Patch is still in the deck though, fortunately. So that's one less card to worry about. And with that patches, he can actually do something here. Yeah, if he plays it in the correct order here.
Mhm.
And he has that Maelstrom. If he can roll spell power too, he can fit everything in.
Yes.
For exactly for 7 mana. So spell power is obviously
Spell power is
gonna be good.
sick.
But you don't want to actually. Ooh,
Oh, because the patches?
yeah, you don't want to do this first because
Okay.
I mean, there's an argument for both sides. You know, if you actually get the spell power, you don't need to attack with the mana tide totem that gets flame tongued. You can just use the flame tongue on the patches and kill off the last 5.
Wait, but
two.
if you're always dropping the blood sail and getting the patches, you do it the other order, right? If you're always dropping blood sail anyway?
Yeah, I guess you drop. Yeah, I see no reason to not using the patches first. Actually, that's weird. Actually,
Yeah.
Because now he could, I mean, he could kill the 2/2 with the patches. It's next to the flame tongue. Let's see if he maelstroms.
it doesn't matter actually because if he maelstroms, then the 2/1.
Yeah, if he maelstroms.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh
well,
wait,
he doesn't even have patches.
Oh,
I think he
patches
got
is
it,
gone already. Oh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Oh.
point out that whole commentating mistake.
We were talking about something interesting though. So
In the first couple turns, we weren't watching, so we didn't know the patches was used. But we were talking about something interesting,
Because
right?
he had both the coursers in his hand. I was like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
got badges.
that's really unlucky.
Okay, all 3 commentators weren't watching the first 3 turns, but we were talking about something cool.
We were talking about paying to win.
We were talking about like Pokemon Go in Japan and like
Yeah.
yeah. We're still cool.
Well, we can lock in for the rest here. This is when it starts getting interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
So the weapon seems kind of tempting here. I guess together with the Stone Defender, you don't want to really play the Megastar with 1 Murloc.
It's really good for him that
Ooh,
Oh.
that fits perfectly into the curve. The Tyranny is just so strong, but you don't actually need those cards to win this match.
it's a hard choice.
You just need to remove every minion. So I see the Dread Corsair being picked here together with the weapon to clear a lot of the board.
Yeah, I think it's probably right, but it's a hard choice to make over Tyrion.
Especially when you're going to turn
Let's see if he
8 right
does it. Let's see if he does it. He did it.
He does it.
That's Alpha.
Alpha.
And now it's really good for him that he didn't Spike Rich Steed because second Evolve was in hand for Ostkaka, and he would have gotten hard countered. Yeah, Spike Rich Steed is always tempting when you are paladin with minions on the board because, you know, if they don't have Devolve, you just win.
Oh, Doppelganger. So he needs an Evolve here. And those turns can be really nasty, actually. They can turn the game around. So let's hope for that, for more exciting shenanigans.
Wow.
But right now...
Wait, I just spaced in a little extra, and it's 2-2 in the finals. It's 2-2 in the finals right now.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, these are important turns.
Spaced in?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that before. That's interesting.
Spaced in.
It's like the opposite of spaced out.
Yeah.
It's like he's kind of like zoning.
No,
in.
it's just
But
kinda
people
like-
say zoning.
It's kind of
in?
like Wreck Full is the opposite of Reckless.
Whoa.
Wait, was that your intention? No.
Yeah, bro.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No, you're lying to me.
No, that's it. That's what it is.
Is it really?
I'm not reckless. Although I'm flying to Japan tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's up?
Your boss
Let's
coming to
go.
Japan on a
What
day's
the hell?
notice.
Let's go.
Oh, that actually paid out, keeping that
Second
Bloodstained
course
Corsair, yeah.
Did
Well,
it.
unfortunately, he picked up True Silver here, so...
This game is locked up from the Paladin's POV unless Evolve is drawn for Ostkaka.
Actually,
Or if
if
Mitsuhide
no,
gets careless with.
if he plays Stone Defender and he devolves into Doomsayer, you know, anything can happen.
Okay. Do you really have to do that?
Yeah, I have to. I mean,
How many 2-drops are there, Frodo?
83.
70. 83?
Okay, so if he played Stonehill Defender and then the 1 out of 83 happened, then okay, my statement was wrong. You know. Okay,
You
my
sound
bad.
so salty.
My bad.
There
I'm
might-
so sorry.
There might be something else as well.
Okay.
we,
Look, you should see Fortune's face right now. You should see his face. He's just like, yeah, I could be right. Okay, so he has one more turn. Oh, does he actually? 17. Okay, so Mitsu has 17 next turn.
yeah.
So Ostkaka has one more turn to get evolve, and then he would need to get evolve into taunts.
There we go.
Okay, devolve. Okay, now he has more than one more turn. That's nice.
That is a good devolve.
Yeah.
That egg is doing nothing right now.
You spike
you
ridged it.
spike
You
ridged
spike
the-
ridged it, and he doesn't have any more devolves, and it is amazing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You have a 2/9 that summons a 2/6 and a 5/5.
Yeah.
Oh, or Terra.
Ooh.
Yeah, either way.
That's actually pretty good.
The
Kinda
Spiker
hard
Seed
to
is better.
pass the
Spiker
Steed.
Seed's better.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pass. the
Steed is
Steed.
insane.
But getting that
I run that egg in my pally.
actually.
In my really slow pally, because when you
How do you activate it consistently with just kings?
No. I have Spiker Steed, and then every time you pyro quality, but you're control pally. So every time you pyro quality,
okay,
you
okay.
have a minion remaining. It's
Yeah,
cool.
you have like Tarim and a few other ways.
And
to
Tarim,
use it.
you have a lot of ways.
It's
Yeah.
cute. It's cute.
Look at that. Look at that egg. Just everybody, take a moment. Take a moment. Look at that egg.
Take a moment.
It's so subtle because it's kind of like a good example of how one mana does like make a world difference because it's kind of like a Nerubian egg, but
But nobody runs it.
yeah, nobody runs it at
Oh,
all.
here we go.
Oh, he
Evolve
got
is-
evolve. Okay, so
You hero power, right?
Yeah, you hear power.
you can get
you need
can
all
get,
the
like
power you want. You need.
Sunwalkers, and you can get Cairn. You can get crazy stuff. Hogger.
3 Aya Black Paws.
Yo.
Yo. Now it's a game.
It
Wow.
is a game. Those were really, really good. Like that mana rate is
Ooh.
really good behind
Ooh.
taunt. 2 taunts.
And it also the Primal Fin kind of counters the Tarim.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Wait, we have
actually.
a game on our hands, dude.
Dude, that was
Wait,
the
we
sickest.
called it. We were like, the only way it comes back is
Yeah.
evolve, and then he
I mean,
full
Wow.
board.
that Tarim is really bad right now.
Wow.
That's an understatement.
Well, from Mitsu's POV, he was thinking, I win this almost every single time.
Yeah.
And then boom, evolve.
I wish I could go back and see Ostkaka's face when he realized that like this was the biggest swing I've ever. Like I haven't seen any evolve like this ever.
Mm.
Like that Argent Commander
Argent
was
Commander also
was
good.
like it wasn't the best, but the fact that it removed a minion immediately against Tarim is just so good.
Oh, that bluegill pickup though is nice for the snipe.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was thinking.
Yeah, that egg is still so strong sitting there.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful egg.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like slow, so it
It's
doesn't.
fine.
But then that gives Ostkaka time to.
No, it's fine. It's a beautiful egg.
A devolve would
Okay.
still be good here
I
because
can't, don't talk about my egg like
He
that.
doesn't have another devolve.
Don't
he doesn't have another devolve.
No, he used both.
Use both.
Because that would totally counter the Tarim.
Look at my
Right.
Having
egg.
more opinions.
There's my egg.
More minions than your
Look at
opponent
my
is.
egg. That's a good egg. No one knows how to follow. Okay.
What?
There's a guy. There's a guy.
I'm missing the inside joke.
There's
man.
no joke.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know the inside joke either, man.
I'm
Don't
just
worry.
being autistic.
We're-
Okay. I'm back.
he said it.
Wait, why are you so
There's
Wait,
a guy, Reckful, there's a guy that has played like 12, he has 12,000 wins or something with Egg Paladin, and he doesn't even run that egg.
Wait,
FYI,
I missed the
something.
meme. Why are you so obsessed with this egg? I've heard you before talk about the egg.
No, I just, there are only a few situations in Hearthstone where you have a tech card that's everyone else disagrees with, right?
Disagrees
Right,
with.
right, right.
And
right.
I'm like, oh, I believe this is good, and no one else believes, right?
Right, it's for
So
you
then
it's the egg.
for me, it's the egg.
Okay.
Okay, so why
In,
don't
in,
why,
in Paladin.
if you believe it's good, why don't you show them it's good?
Yeah, why didn't I bring the egg? Wait a second.
No,
You didn't bring Big
I mean-
Druid, you didn't bring Burn Mage, and you
I
didn't
just
bring
have
the
no
egg.
balls.
Wow.
That's what it comes down to. Wow.
Well,
Somebody finally said it.
I
That
mean,
hurts a little bit.
now I was just wondering if you tried it yourself.
I guess
and
you aren't reckless
You
at all.
realized it's good by
Yeah.
your own.
Yeah, egg's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
No, I don't. Oh, I know why I don't bring it. Okay, because I suck at control Paladin.
Oh, so it's a control paladin deck where you.
I figured
have
to
the
be
egg.
more aggressive because but I guess it makes
No,
sense.
it makes more sense with equality, with
Yeah,
power
Iron Man.
quality.
Yeah.
No, because after you full clear, you have a 5/5 ready to kill things. Okay?
It's
So
just
let's say, imagine a situation where you drop this egg on turn 3, and turn 4 they're an aggro deck, and you press Pyro Quality. You have no board, you have a 5/5. You win.
Okay. So do you run Doomsayers too in that deck, I would suppose?
Yeah. No, but the Doomsayer is not as good because they can kill the egg, and then they can, do the damage to the egg, and then let it blow up, and then
so
you're
you don't
5/5.
so you don't run Doomsayers?
I do, because Doomsayer is going to control Paladin.
Okay.
But then the synergy is not perfect, right?
It seems like, well, eggs have always been traditionally put in more aggressive decks, so it's kind of interesting that you think it's control Paladin.
But because of Pyro Quality.
Right. Just saying, like if you said, oh, I put in an aggro druid, I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Oh, that's interesting. Did he not attack with those 1/1s into Divine Shield to play around Tarim? That's pretty
Yes.
good. He got
Yeah,
punished
yeah.
by Consecrate here, though, but I mean,
Yeah.
I like the play. He realized that he kept that card for a long time in his hand. so-
It was a close game, but then the egg was so strong that even the Doppelganger Evolve could not overcome it. Look, that egg is still alive. It just cannot die. He concedes to the egg. He's staring at it. It's peeking in through.
The egg didn't matter,
The dino's peeking through. Right.
Yeah, but we
this
just
is
say
the
Murloc
aggressive.
Paladin.
This is the aggressive Murloc Paladin. Then there's the mid-range
Okay, so
one
aggro-
without the
No,
one
this
drop.
is
Aggro-
this is the mid-range Murloc Paladin. He
Yeah.
plays like Primordial Drake and stuff.
Yeah, the aggro one is
Oh, the aggro one has 2 more 1-drops.
you only
Or one
Grim
more
Scale
1-drop.
Chums.
But
and-
even the mid-range plays that too.
okay, but you don't go on the aggro one. You play Divine Favor, right? That's
Yeah,
the difference.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
don't go up to.
You play like Cold Light Seer.
You play
Like,
you curve out a Tarim, right?
Terms the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Terms.
Okay.
yeah. Some of them cut like maybe like one of the Cold Light Seers or one of the blue gills or
There's
one
so many
for
Paladin
like,
decks right
Tyrion.
now.
Yeah, there's like a ton of variations. That's what
There's-
makes it so scary.
There's Control Paladin with no Murlocs at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Zoth Paladin.
Now,
There's no stuff.
actually, the Control Paladin always runs Hydrologist, right?
Yes.
Okay, one Murloc.
Yeah.
Yes, correction. This guy is so
Actually,
ridiculous. to comment.
actually.
Hey, actually, bro. Yeah, they're not playing it because it's a Murloc.
Actually.
They're playing it because it gives you a secret. There's
No,
no
they-
Murloc
they-
synergy.
they're-
Okay, honestly,
They're playing it
bro,
because they get it from
honestly,
Curator.
Actually, you're getting it from Curator because it's a Murloc.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, you really got me.
Yeah.
Okay, you really got me.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be a bitch or anything. I was just stating that it's good synergy.
Yeah.
Because they run Kodos, they run the Drake, and they run the Murloc
Okay,
for the Curator.
you got me.
Do you think they would without Curator?
Yes,
Uh,
because that secret's really good.
It does counter mage,
Mages.
any kind of ice block mage, because you can get
It's
eye
good in
for an
control
eye.
matchups because of Getaway Kodo.
True.
Redemption on Tyrion's good. It's good for a lot of reasons.
True that.
Yeah, it's just a solid 2-drop to counter aggro.
I do want to point out that Ostkaka had Shaman to beat the Paladin, and if he did, he had a favorable matchup for Shaman versus Rogue.
Yeah.
So that was a huge win for Mitsuhide.
So if he wins this, he's actually favored to take the series, but this is the hardest matchup he'll ever
If
play
Mitsu
today.
wins this, though, he wins the tournament.
You're right.
Yeah. So, are we going with Dagger here? I'm gonna say Dagger. Because you don't even want, you're going to play Ignis Elemental on turn 3, and you don't even want the quest up for it because you're not going to play 4 Ignis
just
Elementals.
developing there's a case for just developing minions. You
Yeah.
know, you could do quest, Swashbuckler, or you can do Balefin.
But imagine now, if you Dagger this turn and attack with patches, you can kill a 2/3 next turn.
Yeah.
That is the primary argument for the
No, but you
dagger.
can kill that with the 2/1 and the 1/1 as well, you know. Or, you know, whichever order.
If he needs to dagger next turn, that dagger turn is so much weaker than playing the Igneous Elemental.
Mhm.
So I agree with
Yeah.
Morrison.
I do think you could go all 3 lines there, though. You can go Dagger, you can go Quest Swash, or you could go the Balefin, right?
This gives him the most flexibility, which I like the most.
Like in this exact situation, it worked out better with either of the other plays.
No.
Yes. He's trading that guy.
Oh, you mean if you play, okay, yeah.
Right, because he double
just play
traded
the
away
1-drop,
Igneous,
yeah. You don't even kill this, right? You just like equip the weapon and leave it. You're not scared of taking early damage. You're scared of him completing his quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
exactly.
kill it, yeah.
Yeah.
What a funny minion.
But that's such a passive turn, and you're supposed to be like really.
You're supposed to be
proactive.
the aggressor.
Yeah.
It's gonna be difficult to win unless Ostkaka just doesn't draw a way to complete his quest. To top it all off, Ostkaka has Hungry Crabs in his deck still.
Ooh. Was that anything interesting?
I mean, it might be game-ending damage. Who knows? But
Yeah, I mean, behind taunts. Yeah, you're right.
I think that was the longest I've ever seen a quest rogue not play the quest. By the way, that was like turn 4.
Yeah, but that's the way the cookie crumbles in this matchup.
Do you like tempo the Megasaur out here? Because you need something on board.
This is probably where I would just
If you
hero power and play the hunter.
This is
and,
really
and,
hard.
And kill off the 2/3
Okay.
with my weapon.
This is. Oh, he's going with a force in play. Let's see if he
Yeah.
might kill the 1/1
Oh, he killed the 1/1.
because the 2/3 still can't die.
Yeah, that's true. He could if he backstab.
He doesn't run it.
Oh, he doesn't run it.
Oh, we got a bouncer.
Bouncer.
Hmm.
You have played one South Sea deckhand already, but
Ostkaka's hand's a little clunky.
I don't like bouncing South Sea deckhands at all.
Yeah.
But what else are you gonna bounce here?
Yeah, because he has Vanish. So Vanish with the...
Oh wow. This
The
this
thing
matchup could go
actually
either way
moves.
right now. It's really
Yeah.
interesting actually.
Like both players have suboptimal starts here.
You know what? The big thing right here is coin Spikered Steed can happen. And I think that might be a big thing because it's kind of hard to get off.
It's going to happen, right?
Yeah, unless he's south seeded, which would be weird, right? But he to play around it.
If you're going to go for a Vanish play, you don't mind him steeding.
No. You don't mind at all.
Just a huge waste of mana just for a little bit of extra damage, which doesn't matter because this Paladin right now is not pressuring for
Right.
a win.
No, but what does he do? What are the options?
There's Steed, and then there's like Megasaur.
I see only.
So he's Steed. Yeah.
Those are the only two options. I think.
Okay. So now, do you think Ostkaka bumps in his guy and vanishes, or he's not that rushed? It's only hitting for 3. I don't think you
Yeah,
vanish.
I don't
Why would
think-
you? Why
I
would
don't
you
think you
vanish?
vanish either. I think I mean, you could complete the quest.
Now
right
he got Shadow Step. So now
yeah, you can complete the quest. Not this very. Yeah, actually this very turn, but you can cast the quest.
Yeah, you two mana to play the little dudes, then 3 mana to bounce it with your Gadgets and Fairy guy and
Yeah.
replay, and then Shadow Steps for free. You know.
Yeah.
But
I
the
would-
thing is, you don't want to have all the little dudes on the board ready to die to consecrate before you actually are ready to turn them into 5/5. Sometimes
Yeah.
depends how much stuff you have in your hand.
Not even consecrate, just like the weapon plus the body currently.
Yeah,
You can trade into 2 minions.
Yeah. I like playing one more of those flame elementals, and then you can vanish next turn and play another one.
So
But
he holds.
he holds.
Yeah, he's holding on to the Shadow Step, I guess, because maybe he sees it game going long enough where he can vanish and then just get full value off Shadow
That-
Step with charge.
You know that Mitsu is sitting there, afraid Hungry Crab's going to happen at whatever for 1 mana eat his big Murloc. Whenever moment he plays a Murloc.
He
So-
knows that Ostkaka runs the.
Yeah, so Ostkaka doesn't actually have Hungry Crab, but if he drops that War Leader and buffs it to a 4/4,
Wait, Ostkaka has one of them, right? He has the one that eats pirates.
he has both.
Oh, he has
He has
both.
Glocka Crawler and Hungry Crab?
Yes.
What a
Oh,
mad,
wow. Okay, that's sick.
what a madman.
Okay,
Well,
so
it's
he's
going
doing
ham.
this, but he's afraid. But it turns out against Ostkaka's hand, it's right. And let's see if he gets Hungry Crab.
He's playing on Vanish here by attacking with the dude instead of the weapon.
Yep, that's good too.
So, what is the quest at? 2?
It's at 1.
1? Okay, only 1. If he would have played 1 flame last turn,
Well, he would have used a weapon to kill. I mean,
yeah, but it's
no
fine.
matter what, he can finish. He can finish it even doing Vanish and then dropping the
Yeah.
guy, because he could still drop the other one next turn. That's 3, and then Shadow Step is 4. So Vanish and then drop the guy, and then Mitsu will hit it with his weapon.
Mhm.
And then the very next turn, he can drop a guy, Shadow Step, drop a guy, finish quest, and drop a South Sea as well. Or
Maybe Bilefin, Tidehunter.
Bilefin, yeah.
Now you
I
have
mean, whatever he wants.
now you have 2 Mega Sours. Like that, it's kind of tempting playing out those 2 Murlocs, right? Instead of going for Curator.
What about Megasaur now?
Right now.
Megasaur 1,
You have 2 Megasaurs in hand. It sets up a
Honestly,
5 board.
yeah, it's not terrible, yeah. Let's see. I could see it going
Yeah,
either way, right?
honestly, I like that play because I don't want to hero power it in this.
So you want to
position.
get it you want to get it so it trades with 5/5. So 3 attack or
Yeah, 3 attacks.
3 attack or. Okay, now Ostkaka completes his quest and starts the trades. Ooh, Shadow Step. Make a lot of Balfin, guys. Just
Yeah.
1 extra, because you need to Shadow Step your Flame Elemental once to finish.
The Shadow Step's gonna do a lot.
Wow,
Actually.
in
Once the
Ostkaka's
quest is-
position, you're very stressed right now. I mean, this is you lose the tournament if you lose this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After all those matches, all comes down to this.
So, what do you do here? Do you actually play Flame Elemental, Vanish, play it again?
I mean, you could just do the Shadow Step, replay, play the quest, and then
You chill with the Vanish, right?
Yeah.
Until he plays Taunts.
yeah.
He's
Right.
coming up on a Tyrion turn. He might need.
I think
he might need that advantage.
The decision is if you Bilefin or if you Southsea.
I like the Taunt here. Because
think-
you have a Shadow Step, you can Shadow Step immediately and just leave 2 5/5s on the board.
Yeah.
And the next turn you can Vanish and you can play a lot of stuff
Okay,
cheaply.
Yeah,
so
might
if
even Shadow
you
Step
taunt
this
and he
turn.
Terrams, what happens? You're fine, right?
Yes, and I think
Yeah.
you Shadow Step to play around that Taram, so you
Yeah.
can sort of save it.
I like it. I like this play.
Cool. There were a lot of ways to do that.
It
turn.
also sets up a lethal. This was the best play, period. Very nice, Ostkaka.
It does set up a lethal, assuming there's no taunt in the way.
Oh, he didn't play it. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes it safer against
I mean, you can.
what his opponent can do.
Yeah, actually.
Hmm.
I was kind of expecting.
Wait,
him to
does he have
play it,
patches still?
but no, he played South Sea on turn.
Oh yeah, he did. He did play it early.
What do you guys think about Rockpool Hunter and then Megasaur again, and you could get Bubble, and then you could kill, save your War Leader, and yeah, I mean you have another. You buff the Rockpool too. There are a lot of ways to do this,
It's,
right?
it's a little too mana inefficient, I think, because then you're stuck hero powering. And I'm kind of like forcing, like, you don't want to be hero
Yeah, but
powering this
the Megasaur is undervalued. I mean, you get a lot,
That's true. That's true.
you know, for
It's
a
worth
Megasaur.
more than 4.
It's worth more than 4.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it, right?
Okay.
Oh, he has to go fast. This is stressful. I'd be so stressed right now.
Wind Fury, holy crap.
Oh wow,
14 damage.
He wants to end this right now. He's gonna go face with
Wow.
Alpha.
I like it.
this. Okay, so there's a universe here where he dies.
Yeah.
Like straight up dies here. He knows that one card is Bilefin Hunter and one is a Paladin card, right?
Yeah.
He knows that for a fact. So there's 3 cards, which could be 3 Chargers, or 2 Chargers and a Juggler, right? And that would be exactly lethal.
Yeah.
So this was a really risky play, actually.
But maybe he feels like he's in a bad enough position because, like, he doesn't have a way to really win over 5/5s outside the Tarim. And usually the Tarim's kind of like only a Band-Aid.
I think as Ostkaka, I would just charge face and then vanish and then drop stuff again. And then, you know,
Yeah.
your next turn, it's looking pretty good for you.
Play Balefin for 0 as well.
Do you play? You played after the Vanish. You don't play it before,
Yeah.
right?
Well, unless you only want the token, but
You
I
get-
think
you get-
you still want
You do get more minions, but it's
Yeah.
not really lacking with that bouncer.
Okay, so Mitsu's
Right.
Mitsu's
It's
play
better-
was
it's
good
better
though.
to play it after.
I want to point out that Mitsu's play was good because Ostkaka had used 1 vanish. So
Percentages.
I like how he did it. It just, you know, happened to be he had the second one.
Yeah.
And now from here, I don't think Mitsu can do anything, right?
Tear him.
How does that do? Let's see. So you tear him, and he has a South Sea in hand. South Sea plus a dude. Okay.
He's
But then
alive,
he could
barely.
bounce. He could bounce also.
Yeah,
he actually has
doesn't know that though.
3 dudes he can play before Terran.
Yeah, wow. All those little 1/1s
Yeah.
collected over time.
Yeah, but is he just dead?
he is. Dead.
Boom,
yeah.
boom. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's just dead.
Wait.
Because you can hit. You can hit for 3 twice. Hero
he-
power,
right,
South
right,
Sea
right,
bounce.
right,
He's
right, yeah.
2 overkill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, more with the Venging Wrath.
Venging Wrath.
Yeah, do it.
So it's gonna come down to a Quest Rogue mirror,
Quest Rogue mirror for the whole tournament.
which I think is kind of poetic for how the tournament's been. I think Quest Rogue's been one of the
Oh.
big MVP decks.
Okay, the thing I don't like about Quest Rogue Mirror, I want the matchup to be close, right, for the very last game of the tournament. And sometimes one guy just doesn't even. He was arguing. Yeah, he wasn't fully decided on it. We were playing poker and downstairs, and everyone was talking about whether you keep prep and again what matchup you keep prep. And Kalento said you never keep prep, and then Ostkaka was convinced. I don't know. So
That you do always keep prep, right?
no, Kalento said you don't.
Oh, okay.
And
No,
then-
you're saying that Ostkaka was convinced that
You do keep
that
prep.
you do keep prep.
Ostkaka, yeah,
Or
no,
you're
but
saying
no,
Kalento convinced him.
convinced Ostkaka you don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So then he didn't.
Wow.
Uh, That was cool. I had some insider info right there.
Yeah. I had no idea because well, one, it's really cool that you know that, but two, it's you know, I've seen those conversations where both players just stick to their guns. You know, they're just like, okay, well,
Yeah, but when Kalento talks, people are usually like, oh, okay. Kalento said it. Okay, then you do that.
That might have been the only thing he said all weekend. Besides, I'm gonna go play PUBG.
Yeah.
PUBG. Yeah,
I heard he's really good.
He is really good. And he doesn't camp either. He's like pretty good. I don't know. It's pretty surprising.
Well,
must be all that World of Tanks training. You know, Kalento was a World of Tanks pro. While being a Hearthstone pro.
What?
Like
Yeah.
when Hearthstone
Really?
first came out,
Yeah,
he was like, "Sorry guys," he was like talking to his mana grind buddies with
Oh yeah, I was
on mana grind, and he was like, "Sorry guys," he was late to practice because he was like practicing World of Tanks for like 5 hours a day and playing Hearthstone for 6.
Is it Kalento's just good at everything?
Video game wise,
Yeah, I mean he's good at everything.
He
I think he plays StarCraft too, but he wasn't.
I mean, he
Really
probably
like-
didn't.
he
put
wasn't
in
like forcing.
You have to put in the hours.
I mean,
though.
I wasn't even good.
You have to
but
put in the hours in StarCraft, and maybe he didn't.
what do you mean? He played like World of Tanks for like 10 hours a day. You know, that's why he couldn't play Hearthstone.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
he was the tank commander in World of Tanks. So he was like doing call outs and stuff. Can you
the
imagine him?
Wait, let's focus. It's the finals in the last game. We're all talking about Kalento. Wait, Kalento's not even in here.
He is there. He's a pirate right there.
Okay.
That's an old meme.
Yeah.
Okay, so how we missed it? What happened?
No one equips quests.
Ostkaka,
I told you. No one will equip the quest because
Yeah.
it's like it's just all about board control and just
Right.
stabbing stuff.
And
in the
they
face.
both have hands where it's like they don't need that first minion to count towards the quest, so holding on to it just slows their tempo down, which is what's important. And now Mitsuhide has Shadow Step and the Bouncer, so he's pretty close
Yeah.
to finishing the quest.
I
But
mean, I would assume he bounce here any day. I'm not exactly
Yeah.
sure what he's thinking about. I don't think he wants to kill that with the pirate. It has to be a bounce. So why is he? What is he thinking about right now? Is he thinking about next turn, or I'm
Yeah.
a little bit confused.
I think he's probably thinking about his best turns and like what he wants to do on 4 mana.
Okay.
Yeah, because maybe next turn he'll want more time than the full rope.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, this matchup is very complex.
It is. It
Mirror-
is.
this mirror.
Actually, you know, Ostkaka is one of the first people to really talk about it. He loves Quest Rogue, and he thinks it's a really cool deck and how non-linear it is.
Okay, but to explain to viewers who hate Quest Rogue, right? A lot of people also hate Quest Rogue because the matchups can be very polarized. Like you can queue up against a Quest Rogue, they can suck, and you have a certain deck that just can't beat Quest Rogue no
Right.
matter what you do, almost.
Right.
Yeah, but then when you're playing Quest Rogue, in certain matchups, you have a lot of decisions to make, like whether to keep a card to use defensively or to finish your quest faster, you know, with Glacial Shard or whatever. Or do I bounce Glacial Shard to stay alive even though I'm finishing my quest with this other card or whatever?
Sequencing matters a ton too.
Yeah.
So technical play is correct also.
So, yeah, you can I have a love-hate relationship with Quest Rogue because I hate to queue into it when I have a deck that just can't win.
Right.
But I can enjoy playing the deck or watching the deck when it's an interesting
It's
matchup.
one of the highest skill cap decks in recent times. I think is definitely like one of the harder decks to pilot, especially when you get bad hands. Like I've seen people win with bad Quest Rogue hands. I'm just like, wow, I would have just lost immediately. I feel really lost against Shaman half the time when I play Quest Rogue. I'm just like,
You know
I don't
who's
feel like
good-
I ever win.
You know who's good at that matchup?
Yeah, he's pretty good at the matchup. Doomsayer turn 2.
Shut up! Oh man, that took me by surprise. I was like, that's really clever, man.
Yeah. It's a tech card I like. So it's a little awkward for Mitsu because he has a good hand, but as soon as he drops a minion, Ostkaka can make his Igneous die. Obviously, he has to, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, Ostkaka can make his Igneous die and might be one step ahead. He doesn't know Ostkaka's hand, but he might be one step ahead in completing the quest.
There was someone who actually teched in Sap into Tech Rogue. I saw it, but I don't remember who it was.
It's good against like Control Pally. If they drop like Tyrion, you actually have to vanish all your own stuff.
Yeah.
And then they drop it again, right? And then you don't get to redrop that much stuff. So it's good against Tyrion.
I'm not sure someone cut it for Vanish, but
Right. Well, Vanish helps bounce around things too.
yeah.
So Galaka Crawler might matter later on South Sea, but really it's more about who's going to complete first.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 4. And
Also,
the second,
like both sides kind of need a prep really to be able to like make their
Ooh.
hands come together.
he goes Mimic Pod here. That's interesting.
Oh, Skaka's hand is not working out.
Well, he's trying not to let the 2/3 die as well, so he's taking it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
So you can get a prep off the Swashbuckler.
So you can get a backstab of the Swashbuckler and actually backstab your own 2/3.
Ooh, I like that. That's really cool.
And get 4 out of 4.
This what?
Oh, this is the Lidl Mimic Pod. This is not good.
The little mimic pod.
Lidl, it's like a
Gotcha. Yeah.
chain.
Yeah. Wow. Nice. Very nice. An ironic pun.
Why did
Your English is like better than Raven.
Why did Thistle Tea cost 6? Okay, so Mimic Pod is like Arcane Intellect, right? And Thistle Tea is kind of like Nourish, without the second option. But why does Thistle Tea cost 6, not 5?
Because you can prep in Rogue.
Because
Okay.
it's bad.
Because it's a bad card. Maybe you could make some deck that has only cards that are very good all. If you have multiple of them,
I
like
mean,
Cold Blood.
come on. How dangerous is it to give Rogue card draw? These
Yeah.
days, you know, like-
Okay.
People have tried that.
Cold
Wait.
Blood with Thistle Tea. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
okay, no, I guess it's fine. Yeah, he can finish the
This
quest
is
next
very-
turn and play the
Very
pirate.
tough spot for Ostkaka, and this is the whole tournament right here.
Yeah, prep.
Okay.
Okay, so you eat a pirate. That's for sure, right? You eat a pirate. You kill as many people. People.
Kill all the people you can kill.
Subliminal messaging.
Relax, Anne. Okay, so you take the.
I need this gun to protect my family.
You kill all of the pirates with the Gamarka crawler, right? You have to use your pirate to kill another one, trade another one.
Doesn't have enough mana though. He only has 5 mana this turn.
Yeah, you can't kill them all, but who do you kill?
What if he just goes for the flame elemental and then rely on vanish? No, he might die next turn to all the pressure. You might be right.
Now, if you kill a pirate with Glocka, it's definitely Patches because that's the one that is scary after Vanish.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Maybe just trades onto the board here then. Just like play that, play flame elementals, bounce one.
That's a hard spot.
Oh, I like it. It's clever.
Ooh, no Glocka?
Interesting.
Oh, that is.
Wait.
Oh, wait. He can just do it next turn when he finishes quest. But why would you wait?
I'm curious.
Like you take way more damage, right?
Wait, did anyone get it?
I don't get it, mate.
Yeah, and now Mitsuhide picked up Shadow Step, which allows him to finish the quest.
Wait,
Push 15, 16 damage.
Wait, I don't
Oh
21
yeah,
damage.
I get it. I get
You
it.
get it? Tell me.
Because now he can't trade into the 2/2 and finish his quest because he didn't know he had another Shadow Step.
Right.
He would have had this 2/2 over here,
Yeah,
trading
yeah,
into
yeah,
the Golaka crawler.
He didn't want
Very
his,
smart play.
Yeah.
This Ostkaka guy knows what he's doing. But is it enough? This looks hard. He has Vanish right now,
He
but
needs
it doesn't do anything because he has a Charge Pirate to follow up. And Vanish is soul turn, and that's the tournament.
Wow.
GG's.
So,
Mitsuhide is SeatStory
Hey.
Cup champion.
The guy who beat you.
yeah, so that means I'm
Yeah.
the better player between you and I.
It was
right?
close, though. 3-3.
Yeah.
Very close. And he had to win 2 matchups that didn't look good on paper. And
I like the story.
Yeah. Pretty
This
happy.
guy comes in. This guy comes in.
I don't know where.
Did you shake his hand?
Wins the whole tourney.
Did you shake his hand?
Yeah. Skaka wanted a handshake. Boom.
Yeah.
Get the trophy for us.
Oh, wait. Where's the trophy?
Right behind you.
Oh, don't talk to me on my trophy.
Fetch
ever.
the
Don't talk
trophy.
to me in my
wench.
trophy ever again.
This is mine now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, mate.
Mitsuhide is the SeatStory Cup 7 champion, everybody.
Hey. That was awesome.
Feels good, man.
Feels amazing. Dude, what was it, like a week ago? You weren't even coming. You were like getting ready for DreamHack, and I like messaged you, and I was like, hey, man, you want
Yeah.
to come to SeatStory?
He convinced you to come?
One of our players dropped. I think Show couldn't
Wait.
come.
Oh.
I'm
see
just
how-
shaking. I cannot believe it. Like,
I'm happy for you,
so
dude.
unexpected.
Yeah.
I like how Frodan instantly tried to get the credit.
Well, I don't know. I'm just-
Yeah, you know. So, what were you thinking? What were you thinking during the last game?
I thought I messed up somewhere around turn 2 or 3 with playing the bouncer, maybe the ferryman, and yeah, I think Ostkaka got pretty unlucky in his draws. He didn't get a bounce, I think, because he was pretty far on. Like he played the Igneous.
Yeah, he didn't get a
So,
bounce
yeah.
until that second to last turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty unfortunate, and I was really lucky with Shadow Step. But yeah, I didn't expect to win the mirror, but I'm very happy to have won it.
How did the bands and the lineups match up from your position? Did you feel like you were in a good spot heading into it, or did you feel like Ostkaka had the edge because he had like these weird decks, such as Big Druid?
I was kind of scared of the Druids, and I also thought the Warrior was Stunt Warrior. I don't think he played it before, but I might be wrong there. So yeah, I was pretty... You also saw me mulligan away the Innervate with Jade Druid against the Warrior because I thought it was Stunt Warrior.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting.
Yeah, when I lost that game, I was pretty scared because I only had Mage because he banned my Shaman to counter it.
But it worked out great that you had the Ooze in the Mage. It worked out really well that you had the Ooze in the Mage.
Yeah, it worked out really well with the Mage. I drew the Ooze, I drew the... Yeah, just the early game. Valet and stuff.
Yeah.
Sick.
The really interesting matchup was the Paladin versus Shaman, where he got the Doppel Evolve, and it looked really scary for a second because you got a Hogger, Argent Commander, and Thing from Below.
Yeah.
But then you were able to clear it pretty well and get to the Hogger, and it was cool.
I was pretty at that point, I think. Like, I knew he could have Doppel Evolve because there was one card that he didn't play for a long time.
Right.
But I even had Tower him if it went really wrong, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so, yeah.
But the thing is that he had more minions than you, so the Tarim would be actually
it's
really bad for you.
It's a little scary, yeah.
Because you got the Murloc totem as well, that summons a 1/1, right? So he had actually like 2 more minions or 3 more minions than you.
That's true.
So.
I like that game a lot, yeah.
Yeah, really high level play. Did you prepare with anyone specifically prior to this tournament? Because I know you came off a DreamHack, so you didn't have much time to do a bunch of training and practice, right?
Well, I kind of took a slight adaptation of my DreamHack lineup. For DreamHack, I practiced with my old teammates, Gookboy and Arnie. And also with RDU and Fenomeno. And then I just made some slight changes, like I changed Aggro Druid to Jade Druid. But I'm not sure if it mattered because I only got to play Druid in the finals. So yeah.
Yeah, Strife Girl brought Aggro Druid. Actually seemed really good against the decks people brought because people were all expecting decks that beat Aggro Druid easily, and then everyone went one level farther with the deck. So then Aggro Druid, it went full circle, and Aggro Druid was good again, right?
Yeah.
You know what I liked hearing though? I liked hearing that you knew he kept the Doppelgangster in his hand for a long time because it shows that you're following. It's really hard to follow the cards and how long they keep them in hand without deck tracker. Especially if I always play at home, so I have deck tracker.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to pay some attention to that.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you feel any extra pride being able to step onto the big stage and be well known, also recognized by your local community because you're doing well in HGG? And for a while, people was only like picking Tice as the only guy from the Netherlands as like a noteworthy player, and now you've really stepped in for the past year, like winning DreamHack, killing at HGG, and now doing here in SeatStory. Is there like extra pride in that?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud that this was my first invitational. So doing well in this tournament actually shows that people who don't get invited often can do well in these kind of tournaments. Just that.
I guess we gotta invite him back.
Yeah, you took Forsen out, huh?
Yeah. That's right.
Wait, if he didn't get invited,
what was the hardest opponent you played? If he didn't get invited, he would have won. Who's the hardest opponent you played all tournament long? Wearing a cowboy
You don't have to
hat.
lie. You don't have to lie.
Ostkaka took the most games. That's of 7, but in the group stages, Raven was the only one who took a game off of me. So yeah, shout out to Raven as well.
Oh, Raven.
Shout out to Raven. Yeah, all right.
Wow, shots fired.
Shots fired. I took a game out of it. Oh no.
No, he meant this. You lost
a match.
You mean?
Right?
Yeah, I lost 2 games against Raven.
Oh, he lost a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Oh well.
Congratulations, Mitsuhide. You are the SeatStory Cup 7 champion. Any final words you want to say, just to the audience, before we kind of close out and shut the stream off so the real party can begin?
As always, thanks to the organizers for hosting this cup. It's like the best tournament ever. Last year I went to watch and it was really great as well. Thanks to you guys for casting it, and thanks to my practice partners as well.
I heard you were a free agent now. Is that true?
Yeah.
Free
Guys
agent.
looking for a team.
There we go. Should we get everyone in for like the final shot? Yeah,
you guys want to come in and get... Tice wants to come in here and give him a high five, fellow Dutchman.
Come on, bros.
Yeah, all right. So everyone's coming in for hugs and high fives. Want to give a big shout out to all their sponsors here at Take TV for making it happen. Rekful, any final words to close out the show?
It was fun.
Force it?
I don't know.
Force
I
it?
spaced out.
I spaced out.
Good shit.
Yep.
All right, guys. From Take TV and everyone else here from Cutthroat Journey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for more SeatStory Cup action. Have a good night.